Hi, this is Josh Wright, Business Development Manager here at Moehn Auto Group in Jackson, Michigan. Thank you so much for your interest in this 2006 Pontiac Grand Prix GT. This vehicle only has about 87,000 miles, but due to a couple cosmetic flaws, this vehicle is being sold as a wholesale to the public vehicle. Basically what that means is this was a daily driver for our customer, but like I said, we do not inspect these through service. Typically we do not detail these. We just leave them back here and put a great price on them. So if it is something you're interested in, we do recommend that you bring somebody that's mechanically inclined if you're not so yourself, and look at it. Just make sure it's going to be a good fit for you and your family. However, I am doing this video because we've had a lot of interest in it, and I wanted to point out anything that I would want to know before coming out and actually looking at this vehicle. So we'll start off here in the front. This does have a nice metallic silver color. I don't see any significant chips or stones. I mean, there's a couple of small here right on the front of the hood. A little bit of hazing on the front headlamps. I have seen that if you take a 2,000 or 3,000 grit sandpaper and wet sand this, you can actually get quite a bit of that hazing to come off without having to replace those. It does have the front fog lamps, a couple of scrapes here on the front, but nothing too significant. Silver is one of the colors that does hide most flaws well. Got a scratch right here on the front top of the bumper there, a little bit here on the side. This does have a polished aluminum wheel. It's a 17-inch polished aluminum wheel. Good tread depth left on the tires, nothing you have to worry about right away. Fenders are in decent shape. There is some rust starting here towards the bottom, but that could actually be prevented further if you sanded it down a little bit and got some paint on there. Got a scratch here on the passenger side door. Moving on to the interior. The GT does come with leather. So you have a nice leather seat. Leather's in pretty good shape, especially for the year. A little bit of sign of wear and tear. A couple of spots here, but nothing too significant. Power windows and power locks, of course. They did tint the back windows with like a limo tint, so I'm sure that could be removed if needed. Leather in the back seat is in probably good to great shape. I'm not seeing any flaws here, especially for the year. It's a 2006. They did tint the windows in the back as well, but they did it right. I don't see any peeling or air bubbles or anything like that. Tread depth on the back tires is about the same, so no worries there. A little bit of bubbling here in the rear quarter panel. That's pretty common on GM vehicles of this year. This does have the supercharged V8 engine. It's got a 3800 supercharged. Dual exhaust there. A little bit of marks here on the rear bumper, but nothing too significant. Nice clean trunk space here, so quite a bit of room in the back. Does have a spare tire underneath as well. Moving on to the driver's side here. There is a little bit of rust here starting. Well, a couple of small flaws right there. But there is rust starting on the inside of this wheel well here. The GT does come quite well equipped, so you have power windows, power locks, power mirrors located here, power seats. Driver's seat's in pretty good shape. There is some signs of wear, some creases and stuff, but no tears or anything that significant. You do have audio controls here, steering wheel controls here as well. Your cruise control is located right here. Automatic headlamps. You have the dash is where the key goes here. AM, FM, XM radio, I believe. Let's find out. Excuse me, AM, FM, but it does have a CD changer. That's why you see the load button there. So I believe this is a 6 CD changer as well. You have heated leather seats located here. Your HVAC controls are located right here. Try out the AC. So I am feeling a temperature drop in the air, so I believe, yep, it feels like the air conditioning is working good. You can see there, 87,503 miles on it currently. Got a little cubby hole here, and it does offer a moonroof as well. Seems to be functioning properly. I also don't see any signs of leaking, any water stains or anything like that around it, so should be working good. So all in all, I think it's a great vehicle, and there is some cosmetic flaws, I think, which is why it's on this lot and not on our normal pre-owned car lot. With only 87,000 miles, and this being a 3800 Supercharged, if you're familiar with the 3800s, probably one of the best engines that GM has ever made. Quite popular, and there's still people that seek these out actively. So if you're looking for a vehicle that you could, put a couple dollars into and make it perfect with lots of low miles, let us know. Again, this is Josh Wright, Business Development Manager here at Moehn Auto Group. My direct line is 517-841-7689, 517-841-7689. Josh Wright at Moehn. Have a great day.